Welcome to all audience, masters, teachers, and practitioners. All, thank you for coming. Motiwaves, so it's coming from motivation, which is coming from your brain, and waves coming from energy from your body, your activities. 16 years ago, I just moved from Iran to Australia with visual art background, and unfortunately, I couldn't find my job, and then I changed my career to medicine, and now I'm practice as a podiatrist. As a podiatrist, I have noticed in last few years lots of pattern of reduced flexibility in people. So I have examined like about 2,000 people, and I have found biomechanically they have lots of problems which is affecting their bodies, all right, and causing lots of joint problem, lots of muscle problem. We are using very cushioning shoes. We have very cushioning bed. We're using elevators and also, cars. So 60% of sport injuries is just because you're not doing any activities, but at the end of the week, you want to be a hero. Your mind is here, but your body is here. So that's why it's affecting your body. Just look at this picture. So animals, they do stretching all the time in the best way. I can see some of you just stretching. So that's contagious, all right? So just like to frame this photo and put it in my room just for kids, because they're just sitting behind the computer for a long time. I just like to encourage them to do more activity. Next generation, you will see early arthritis, early diabetes, early depression, lots of different things, because the lifestyle is so badly changed. So stretch yourself anytime you can, all right? So that one is incidental activity. So if you plan it and you cannot do it, you miss it, all right? So try to do it anytime you can, even little stretch. What I found there is a good connection, a good network in your soft tissue. The soft tissue is everything except the bones. Most of the time, because we are sitting, your lower limb is just stiff, and that one is affecting your spine and causing lots of problems. Sometimes you may notice your muscle is getting bulkier and you love that, all right? But at the same time, there is a problem, because the muscle, as it's getting bulkier, is getting shorter. And that one is put lots of stress in the joint and lots of soft tissues. So it's better to have strong muscle at the same time lengthy. All of us, we have some limitation. Freeze shoulder, we have back pain, sciatic. So these kind of things just limit the person, and sometimes they refuse to go and do exercise. So the concept of Motiwaves, I extracted from different martial arts, yoga, lots of spiritual concepts. So if you look at the martial arts, is now about 700 different types of martial arts, but the origin is just like 15. And we have two different types of martial arts, like Qigong and Tai Chi, which they have some similar roots, but they just providing more motivation, and they're trying to harmonize your brain and your body. Yoga also is other way of the exercise. So yoga does have like 12 different roots, but again, lots of similarity. Most of them, that's just looking for source of energy. The source of energy is coming from your brain first. So if you look at a master of karate, if you just compare their body to your body, it's pretty similar. So what's difference? Their brain is different, okay? Because they have examined themselves many times. If you can train your brain and put yourself in their body, then you can be a master. Other source of the energy is something out of our body, all right? It's coming from universe, all right? So I'm talking about different things now. One of the good techniques for improving your ability, your energy, is breathing techniques. We are going to meditation class. We don't know what's happening. We just close our eyes and we follow the instruction, but we don't get the concept. The source of energy in our body is ATP, and ATP is created in the cell, and in the cell, mitochondria is responsible for that. This energy is used for every activity we do, senses, moving arms, and thinking, all of these things. For producing this energy, we need oxygen. And now you're thinking, so I'm breathing more and I'm making more energy, but is not related, because this kind of energy needs gas exchange in your lungs. If you have more carbon dioxide in your body and in your blood circulation, you can have better exchange of oxygen, and that oxygen can go to your mitochondria and produce more ATP, which is used later as a source of energy. But mitochondria is a good observer. So now we are looking at the level of the cellular level, all right? So we have seen Avicenna as a good observer, and now we are seeing a good observer in cellular level. So mitochondria, based on the level of stress, it's just producing the ATP. For example, if you are under stress, it just reduces the production of ATP. All right, so that one is like emotional stress. Positive stress is when your brain accepts that as a good stress. For example, you want to try jumping or diving in very cold water or very hot water. So you want to keep your breath for a long time. So that one is a good stress because you're accepting that. So when you have good stress, mitochondria, it just increases the production of ATP. Interesting. And if you have emotional stress, it just reduces. When we are depressed, so most of us, we don't have, we are not in good mood. We don't have much energy. So that one is coming from this source. Another example is water molecule. So Dr. Masaru Emoto, Japanese scientist, discovered the molecule of water can distinguish the mode of you if you're depressed or you're happy. Everything you're transferring, this water is just absorbing, okay? Under microscope, if you freeze that molecule of water, you can see beautiful symmetrical shape. If you transfer negative forces, so that's a depression or nothing. Breathing is important. If I say, for example, the technique is 4-1-4-1, it's just breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, and just holding 1 and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. So you use the lower part or lower lobe of your lung, all right? You're not using your chest. Have you seen babies, infants, their stomach is just raising like that? So imagine you are doing like that. If you haven't done, you can use your hand, just put it on your belly button and try to raise it like that, okay? Starting now, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. The other technique is just for raising your carbon dioxide, okay, for better exchange. So that one is improving or raising the oxygen. So what we do, we just exhale completely, and then we holding our breath without breathing, okay? So that one, it just a shock to your body, but it just raised the oxygen, all right? Let's do it. So exhale completely, hold it, whatever you can, 4 seconds or 10 seconds. Ready? Everyone was able, yep. That one, it just raised your energy. Imagination is another technique to improving your energy. I have some example for you. So one is morphing shape. So now just close quickly your eyes. Imagine a triangle. All right. Now you want to morph the triangle and change it to the square by breathing. Okay, you're just expanding that one until you reach to the square. Start now. That's good. So everyone was able? Yeah, not now. So I give you another example. So try, if someone haven't done that one, try to morph square to a circle. All right, that one is much easier because you just expand in the corners. Okay, can you do it now? Close your eyes, please. All right. So how was that now? Not able? So you need to focus more. All right. That's the first attempt. Don't worry. All right. So we have chakras in our body. That's a spiritual body. All right. I'm not going to deeply describe for you, but we have 7 main chakras in our body. That one is superior to our body. That's controlling your body. Everything happened to your body 2 minutes, 5 minutes before that. So happened to your spiritual body. All right. So for example, if you have depression, so your aura, which is the overall or summary of your chakras, is just changing the shape and colors. Okay. So the master of imagination is Jose Silva. He's a Spanish guy. This guy, it just proposed this one by describing alpha and theta waves of brain and different tapping technique. So that one is awakening of your subconscious. So for example, I have headache, all right? Trying to tapping my forehead or side of my head, and at the same time, I'm telling every time I'm tapping, my headache is just decreasing, okay? So that's again, so if you improve your imagination, at the same time breathing, you can see that one is working, all right? If you are in disaster, you have problem, and you don't know how to fix this problem, all right? So imagine yourself and frame the bad and disaster in your left side, and a good version of yourself with happiness and the day after you solve the problem in right hand side, okay? So with breathing and with tapping, so just move and shift the bad image underneath, all right? So after that, still you just keep breathing and tapping, trying to maximize and expand this image and until you fully covered, all right? So with this way, you're just changing the negative thoughts, all right? So you do it several times per day. So that might happen, for example, you had a fight at your workplace, you had a bad accident or something like that. Quickly you can raise your energy by removing the negative energy, all right? We can see some people, they are so motivated. Early morning, they're just waking up, going for running, you know, long distance swimming, because they're so motivated. But some of us are a bit lazy, you know, just postpone for tomorrow. Tomorrow is better, okay? So I give you another technique which I created and extracted from Silva method, which is creating a mirror of yourself, but this mirror is smarter than you, is stronger than you, and even handsome, all right? So imagine anytime you're procrastinate or in doubt to go for walking or, you know, doing activities, you just imagine that person is getting ready to go, all right? You're trying to get energy from that person, which is your mirror, all right? And transfer to yourself to motivate yourself. So now you have lots of techniques. You're just attaching yourself to the nature. So the wave coming to you, you're breathing. The wave going out, you exhaling. So you sync yourself with the nature, all right? You're trying to leave the negative thoughts every time you practice, you do meditation. You're just raising your, you know, body and ability. Using symbols is very important. It's just like writing a book. You write in a book, you're creating all of the energy in, you know, one book. And each time you have this book, it's just like you're using this much energy at the same time. So one of the symbols is very important, is infinite. So you're walking in H shape, at the same time you tapping your body, all right? So as you're tapping your body, you just talking to yourself, to your spiritual and also subconscious, all right? And at the same time, you're expanding your breathing by changing positioning of your lungs, all right? So it's just like that. I'm just walking in like H shape. So it could be very short, it could be very long, all right? So minimum time, at least 2 minutes, all right? So numbers are important also because you're use that to magnify your power, okay? So what's your lucky number? 7, that's all right. 3, that's all right. So then you magnify that with like 3, 6, 9, 12, something like that. So for example, I did 3 times push-up yesterday, all right? And now I'm trying to magnify it. So next time you do push-up, still you are doing 3 times, but in your mind, you just keep going until you finish 6, okay? Few days later, you're able to jump from 3 to 6. So that one can be your walking step. That one can be your, swimming laps or something else. So if you don't know, so you don't know the technique, you don't know what's happening, okay? And then you just start to accepting energy from this hand or the other hand, just passing to your body and then, passing to the floor. So it is very important to be connected to the earth. Unfortunately, at the moment, we are living in this kind of environment. We are not connected to the earth, all right? As soon as you're barefoot and touching the floor, some of your negative thoughts is just going, all right? I encourage you to have, barefoot at home if you have, wooden floor or stone or something like that. So one of the symbols is yin and yang. Quickly, you inhaling and exhaling. When you inhaling energetically, actively, you using yang, all right? When you exhaling, it's just passively you exhaling. So you're using yin. So one of the good source of energy is 4 elements: water, air, and earth and fire. They are very important. Sometimes they consider as a 5th element because they want to resemble it with your limbs. For example, Tom is fire, this one is air, this one is water, earth, and also air or sky. So we use these symbols also in Motiwaves to cultivate energy, to increase our energy. I just demonstrate quickly again to you because of the limitation of time. So I'm using water first. So with water, you just slapping water like that, all right? And it's just sitting just like semi-squat like that, all right? So you're slapping. So that's just water. So we use our hand to push air, all right? At the same time, our foot is just expanding and we just moving like that. Again, breathing. You can move in different direction, all right? So you can see a similar pattern in Tai Chi also, all right? So next is earth. So to earth, again, you need to activate your chakra by, connecting to the earth, all right? As I'm connecting to the earth, I'm just trying to grind, all right? I'm grinding and I'm connecting. So unfortunately, time is not enough. Otherwise, I was asking to do it because you can feel it, all right? So that's again. We have similar to this in Shamanist, all right? So they do different in Shamanist, but this one is a bit quite different. So then we have fire. So fire is coming from pretty lower limb to the sky, all right? So when you do fire, you should be like fire, all right? So I'm just moving from here exhaling. All right, again, ready, inhale. Okay, so you do it several times and you will feel you're transferring energy to the sky, you're connecting yourself, you're activating 4 elements. 3 important things. One is good thoughts. So if you don't have good thoughts, you don't have good energy. Then you should have good words, all right? So that's coming from you're just transferring energy, all right? And also good deeds, okay? Because if you have good thoughts, good words, and then we can go have good deeds. So that's produce, lots of energy. Try to connect yourself to the person or the guy who has a good spirit, okay? Sometimes you have a good mood just with talking with the good friends, okay? So you just better to avoid some people, they have negative energy. So when you have a good energy, then you can change the situation. Otherwise, you don't have good protection, all right? So later, if we had another session, I will guide you how to protect yourself. And just like to invite you for 3 minutes meditation for peace for yourself and also for world, all right? And because at the moment, we can see the whole world is just disturbed, all right? So what you do, you just close your eyes with deep breath. So you imagine you're turning on TV and you don't see any bad news, all right? So starting now.